Hello, everyone. Losing a job is stressful enough, and navigating the world of unemployment benefits shouldn't add to that burden. It's crucial to understand how unemployment benefits work, as they can provide a vital safety net during tough times. Today, we're diving into the top mistakes to avoid when applying for unemployment, so you can hopefully get through this process without wanting to tear your hair out. Think of me as your unemployment spirit guide. This first one might seem obvious, but you'd be surprised how many people trip at the very first hurdle. Filling out the application completely and accurately is non-negotiable, folks. It's like trying to bake a cake. If you leave out the flour and replace the sugar with salt, you're not going to end up with a delicious treat. Every single field on that application, it's there for a reason. Think of it as the unemployment office's way of getting to know you. And for heaven's sake, double-check everything before you hit submit. Typos happen to the best of us, but in this case, a misplaced comma or an incorrect date could mean the difference between getting your benefits on time and spending weeks tangled in bureaucratic red tape. And speaking of bureaucratic red tape, let's talk about documentation. The unemployment office loves documentation. Pay stubs, tax forms, termination letters. Keep everything organized and easily accessible because they will ask for it. So to recap, be thorough, be accurate, and be prepared to provide enough documentation to make a librarian weep with joy. Look, I understand. Applying for unemployment isn't exactly anyone's idea of a good time, but trust me on this, the sooner you apply after finding yourself out of work, the better. Think of it like calling dibs on the last slice of pizza. If you hesitate, it's gone. The wheels of bureaucracy may grind slowly, but they grind exceedingly fine, and you don't want to be caught flat-footed when the benefits are being handed out. Every state has a specific window for filing your claim, and trust me, it's shorter than you think. Missing that window is like missing the bus on a day when you actually managed to wake up on time. Incredibly frustrating and entirely avoidable. So, as tempting as it might be to crawl under the covers and pretend the world doesn't exist for a while, resist the urge. Grab your laptop, gather your documents, and tackle that application head on. Here's the thing about unemployment benefits. They're not a free-for-all. The truth is, there are specific eligibility requirements that you need to meet, and ignoring them is like trying to sneak a giant rubber duck past airport security. It's not going to end well. Each state has its own set of rules and regulations. So, what flies in one state might get you grounded in another. Before you even think about filling out that application, head over to your state's unemployment website and read the fine print. And yes, I do mean actually read it, as tedious as that sounds. Pay attention to things like qualifying reasons for unemployment, minimum income requirements, and work history stipulations. Knowledge is power. All right, let's talk about honesty. It's a virtue, right? Well, in the world of unemployment benefits, it's not just a virtue, it's the law. Attempting to pull a fast one on the unemployment office is like trying to outrun a cheetah. You might think you have a chance, but you're ultimately going to end up looking very silly and probably a little bit worse for wear. You're required to report any and all income you earn while receiving unemployment benefits. This includes everything from freelance gigs and part-time jobs to that rather lucrative dog-walking business you've got going on the side. The unemployment office has its ways. They're like the Sherlock Holmes of income verification. The consequences of getting caught are far worse than the minuscule amount of money you might temporarily squirrel away. We're talking fines, penalties, having to repay the benefits you received, and potentially even jail time. Here's a common misconception about unemployment benefits. They're not meant to be a long-term solution. They're like a temporary life raft, not a luxury cruise liner. The goal is to get you back on your feet and employed as quickly as possible. And that, my friends, means engaging in an active job search. Think of it this way. Every job application you send out, every networking event you attend, every interview you go on is a step closer to ditching the life raft and climbing aboard that metaphorical luxury cruise liner of employment. Plus, most states require you to actively search for work as a condition of receiving benefits. This means keeping a detailed record of your job search activities, including the dates, times, and contact information for each job you apply for. It's like a job in itself, only instead of getting paid, you get to continue receiving those sweet, sweet unemployment benefits. Let's play a little game, shall we? It's called What's the Worst That Could Happen? Imagine you're scrolling through your emails and you spot one from the unemployment office. Do you A, open it immediately and respond promptly like the responsible adult you are, or B, ignore it for a week hoping it magically disappears into the ether? If you answered A, congratulations, you're one step closer to achieving unemployment enlightenment. If you answered B, well, let's just say you're playing a dangerous game. My friend, communication is key when it comes to navigating the wonderful world of unemployment benefits. The unemployment office might need additional information from you. They might schedule you for an interview, or they might simply want to know your favorite color. Whatever the reason, responding promptly and professionally is crucial. So do yourself a favor and make checking your email and phone messages regularly part of your daily routine. Life is full of disappointments, like that time I tried to make my own sourdough starter, and it ended up looking like a science experiment gone horribly wrong. But few things in life are more frustrating than having your unemployment benefits denied. If this happens to you, don't panic. You have the right to appeal the decision, but time is of the essence. Every state has its own set of deadlines and procedures for filing an appeal, so make sure you familiarize yourself with the rules in your state. When filing your appeal, be clear, be concise, and be prepared to provide evidence to support your claim. Channel your inner lawyer and present your case with confidence. Life is full of changes. We move, we change phone numbers, we spontaneously decide to dye our hair purple. And while the unemployment office might not be particularly interested in your latest hairdressing adventures, they do care about any changes to your personal information. Think of it this way. The unemployment office is like your slightly overbearing but well-meaning aunt. They want to stay in touch, they want to know what's going on in your life, and they really need to know your current address so they can send you those all-important benefit checks. Failing to update your information is like playing a real-life game of hide-and-seek with your benefits. It's not a game you're going to win, and it's going to cause a whole lot of unnecessary stress and frustration. So do yourself a favor and make it a habit to update your information with the unemployment office whenever something changes. Here's the thing about unemployment benefits. They're not designed to replicate your previous salary. They're meant to provide a temporary safety net, a financial cushion to help you stay afloat while you search for a new job. Before you start factoring in lavish vacations and designer handbags into your budget, take some time to understand the details of your benefits. How much can you expect to receive each week? How long will you receive benefits? Are there any deductions or taxes you need to be aware of? So do yourself a favor and read all the materials you receive from the unemployment office carefully. Navigating the world of unemployment benefits can feel like trying to solve a Rubik's Cube blindfolded, confusing, frustrating, and frankly a little bit terrifying. But here's the good news. You don't have to go through this alone. If you encounter a roadblock, if you're confused about a form, or if you simply need a compassionate human being to talk to, don't hesitate to reach out for help. The unemployment office has dedicated staff who are there to assist you no matter how big or small your question might seem. Think of them as your unemployment Sherpas, guiding you through the treacherous mountain passes of bureaucracy. Trust me, asking for help is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of intelligence. So there you have it, folks. The top 10 mistakes to avoid when navigating the choppy waters of unemployment. Remember, this is a process designed to help you, but it requires your active participation. By understanding the rules, staying organized, and advocating for yourself, you can make the experience as smooth and stress-free as possible. Be proactive, be informed, and don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it. Remember, you've got this. Thank you for watching, and good luck with your application.